Welcome back, trainers, and we're going to be taking a look at some more battles here with some random teams. We're not going to really be sticking to one here. Now, I will be bringing you guys some news regarding the friendship event, which is going to be for 3 hours. They keep making it seem like it's lasting all day. All these fun little things that are going to be taking place while the event does happen, but for 3 hours. It's not a full day. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into this here. And I'm also going to be showing you guys some Go Battle League issues that we've been running into. Now, we're not going to be dwelling over it too much. I just want to show you, a few of you have been, saying that I should make a compilation of it. And you're going to see it here. It happens a lot. And I do delete these videos. I don't really feel like making a compilation video. We all have an understanding as to what it is. But I'm going to show you we're in great positions to win. As a matter of fact, we would have won. But we're not able to gain energy, or we're not able to throw our charge moves. And I mean, when that happens, you're pretty much doomed. So it's very frustrating, to say the least. But at this point, I'm starting to become a little numb to it almost. And I know a lot of you out there understand where I'm coming from regarding that, because some of you don't even care anymore to play Go Battle League. And it is not even seeping into the Pokemon Go with all these bugs. They're already there. That has overflown. The whole house is damaged, water damaged. And now the foundation is starting to become ruined. So what do you do at that point? Well, you're going to almost have to tear the whole thing down and redo it. The whole place is just water damaged. And what I mean by that is Pokemon Go. Okay. So I don't know what to say anymore. I honestly just hope for the best of this game could just really start to fix what is going on. I mean, yeah. So with that said, not a rant, just speaking about it, right? We'll get into this commentary here after this battle, and let's see what we have. Jellison, ooh, barely taking that win there. That's a close one. All right, now let's get into it, folks. Like I said, different teams throughout here. So we have a great lead up against this Altaria here. Building up a little bit of extra energy beyond Rock Slide here. And I was potentially getting ready for them to, I don't know, swap or something. That's why I built up extra energy. So they did swap here into their Registeel, which is great. Even though we're throwing a Rock Slide, it's okay. We were able to get one Rock Slide through onto the Altaria. And we have this Toxicroak here that's going to be able to easily handle this. And not only that, we're going to farm all the way down and come out with about 2 Sludge Bombs ready to go. I'm expecting that Altaria to come back in here. We're going to be able to get one more counter in and then get to the Sludge Bomb. They're going to be able to throw their charge move as well. That's perfectly fine. I wonder if they're going to commit 2 shields to this here. I would suspect they'd let it go down, right? And down it goes. They still have a shield, and they have a Politoed in the back. And we do have Jellison, so this is going to be great. I do throw in the Melmetal just to gain a little bit of energy. We do retreat, so we can have that Rock Slide, which is going to be doing some good damage later on here. They're hitting us with Earthquake, so that's good to know that they do have that. Not that it really matters anymore, because Melmetal is going to be able to be easily one-shotted. Well, a couple of their quick moves and then a Weather Ball should do it. Melmetal is very squishy in the Great League. So we're looking fine here. Another Weather Ball. And they are 0 shields at this point. We're going to let this go through as well, because that's certainly not an Earthquake, as they've been throwing their charge moves. Getting a little low here, and we're able to get to that Shadow Ball. And not quite taking them out. Going into the Melmetal, and then we're just going to go ahead and throw that Superpower. And this will take the win. Looking good, and still holding on to that shield as well. All right. And let's see what we have for the next battle. Yes, I am rocking the Gucci hat, as well as the level 50 green jacket. I just like the way it looks. So we're going to go ahead and swap into our Toxicroak up against the Medicham. I don't like that matchup with the Mawile. They're going to be bringing in their Deoxys here. We're able to get the Sludge Bomb through. That's pretty good. And we're shielding this up in case it is a Psycho Boost. It is going to be a Thunderbolt, so noted there. We do have Jellicent, but it doesn't really matter because, well, down goes the Deoxys. They still have 2 shields, though. We're going to have to let this go through here. We can come back in here with Jellicent, but they go for a Dynamic Punch. That's very interesting. And we're going to go ahead and bring that Jellicent. I'm thinking Dynamic Punch and Psychic. They have a Bastodon, and we're going to go ahead and swap into our Melmetal. And here we go. You ready to see one of the bugs? So you see what's happening here, right? We have 2 shields. Okay, we're going to go ahead and use... Or, they have 2 shields. We had that one left. So now we have 0, but we have a ton of energy. We get their shield. We're in a great position. We have the Jellicent with a lot of energy. I can't hit my charge moves. Well, they're going to take me out. Okay, well, that's fun. And that was happening continuously. All right, so there you go. There's one example. We don't need to go down the road of, oh no, this, that. You saw it clear as day, and yeah, it's unfortunate. So we will see another one here in a minute. So we had a great lead with that Shadow Victory Bell. They're swapping into their Deoxys. We're going to go ahead and go into that Jellicent, hitting us with a Thunderbolt. Super effective. That's okay. Let's see if we can get a shield out of them. Or, I mean, if we're throwing Shadow Ball, we wanted to get through, but we're getting a shield, which, fine. Okay, it is what it is. We're going to go ahead and use a shield ourselves. So they have Thunderbolt and Rock Slide. No Psycho Boost, so Toxicroak doesn't have to worry about that. Got it. Will we get a shield? No, they're going to go ahead and let it go down. Jellicent still has a decent amount of health left on it. And I do prefer Bubble for the quick move. I don't know. Both of them are good. I just like this one instead. So they're bringing in a Bastodon. What we're going to do is go ahead and lower that attack and let it farm us down. Absolutely no problem at all. Going in here with Toxicroak. Going to go ahead and swap it to that Shadow Mawile when they bring in that Shadow Vic. And, well, you know, the rest is history at this point. I suspect they're going to go ahead and back out in just a second. And there it is. Not even able to take out that Shadow Vic. And thank you, Mawile. We had a good lead. Right? We had a great swap in as well. So it always works out nice for you when that happens. And, all right. Superior versus Shadow Mawile. I was actually surprised. And, wow. This thing is tanky. So one of the few grass types that I've been up against that is actually really putting on the pressure here. Venusaur can as well, but it's not as tanky, so it's not able to survive this long. But, however, this Superior here really gave me a run for my money. As a matter of fact, made me use a shield here. If I went for Iron Head, we would have been in a different position, but, you know, we didn't. And we still had to use a shield, so pretty awesome. So they're bringing in Jellicent. We are going to be going for the Iron Head and swapping into our own Jellicent here. Expecting a Shadow Ball. Yeah, that is going to do a lot of damage. They are retreating, and they have a Ninetales back there. So, this is looking a little tough here. We still have a Toxicroak. That is a Charm. Mawile is pretty much out of commission. Not really doing much damage, and down it goes. Bringing in the Toxicroak here. I don't think there's really much we can do. We're going to have to just ride this one out, right? Yep, there is nothing we can do here. Farm it down, I guess. Wait a minute, folks. Wait a minute. I forgot. I couldn't believe it. So we get the shield. Okay. And we're going for another one of these. Obviously, well, the Sludge Bomb is not very effective. Can we get to it? I couldn't believe it. And we're able to get to it. What do they have? Just Shadow Ball? Is that Ice Beam too? I mean, it sounds good to me. Toxicroak taking the win up against a Jellicent. Awesome. With a shield left. All right. So we have a great lead with the Shadow Mawile here. And ever since I've been talking about this strategy and how I like to play up against the Alterias, I've been running into a lot more people that tend to double a shield now, which never happened before. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Iron Head and see if we get a shield. No shield? All right, beautiful. If we do as well, then that's fine. We can go shield for shield with the Mawile since we have such a massive resistance to the Dragon Breath, as well as a decent resistance to the Sky Attack as well, but it is doing some damage. Getting off the power-up punch just to vamp up our Fire Fang and able to take them down without having to use a shield. They have a Bastodon, and, well, let's go. It's time to play some Tetris and line up everything perfectly and start removing some blocks here. So we're just going to go ahead and counter away, get off this Mud Bomb to put on the pressure to see if they wanted to use a shield. It looks like they want to keep this thing alive. Going for a Flamethrower, and we're going to be shielding that up. They have a Registeel back there. Wow. Oh, wow. Toxicroak. It's time for you to have a little fun, bud. Going for another Mud Bomb. We're getting that shield here. And we are absolutely going to shield this up. Flash Cannon would do a lot of damage. And we're going to farm a bit here and swap into our Hypno. Now, I just wanted to use this Hypno just for the heck of it. So I would definitely have a bit of trouble if I did run into a, say, Sableye. We're actually going to be able to farm them down, go straight for the Shadow Ball here. And, you know, some extra damage. Bastodon is a beast, but, I mean, it didn't have any... Didn't have any other options. Just took it, and then we are going to take the win there. All right, on to our next opponent, and we're met with another Altaria. Love these Altaria leads. Keep them coming, folks. Let's go. Now, let's see if we're going to get a shield out of them for the first Iron Head or not. And letting the Sky Attack go through, of course. Do they want to swap? No swapping. Going to go ahead and go straight for that Iron Head. And we are getting a shield. Sounds good to me. Going to go ahead and match them a shield as well. If they do decide to stay in here after they use their sky attack, well, I mean, we're going to have to use a shield anyways. All right, so it looks like we want to do that kind of game. So they're swapping into their Deoxys defense, and we're going to go right into that Hypno. I think there's only like a couple more battles with the Hypno when I'm going to be using that with the Shadow Ball and Thunder Punch. And we're going to go ahead and just go for the Shadow Ball. Why not? Let's see. And we're getting that through. Fantastic. And we're not going to shield anything they throw at us either, because Hypno is kind of tanky, and Deoxys is not really putting on too much pressure. Able to survive that. And I want to farm this down. We're able to barely holding on with about, I don't know, like 4 HP, going straight for the Shadow Ball. And it is going to be a... Oh, man. I love these Registeels. Keep bringing them on. So they're swapping into their Altaria and shielding up a Power-Up Punch, in which we're going to go ahead and go straight for the Iron Head now. We are vamped up, and remember what I said, give Mawile an inch. It will take 4 miles from you. And you gotta love it. You gotta love those satisfying finishes with the Mawile. Holding on by an inch, but still putting on a ton of pressure with that quick move damage. Oh, and speak of the Registeels, another one, and another Altaria. Ooh! Mawile is going to be going to town. I wonder what they have in the back. Beautiful. All right, so the Hypno is in here. We're going to let this go through. We're just using this Hypno to do extra damage at this point. As a matter of fact, this battle, oh man, I jumped up in a rage right about in a few seconds here. And when I did that, my phone tried to connect to my TV, so it just, oh man. All right, so you'll see. What happened was I was trying to farm down. I couldn't do it, and I wasted all that energy, and I jumped up in a rage, and they tried to connect. I'm like, ah! So at this point, I'm raging right now, right? I'm like, Mawile's going up against us. I'm like, oh, you stupid Registeel, keep bringing these. You're an ex-legend. You're using it. So I'm going, right? And I'm just thinking, okay, you know what? We're going to go ahead and let this go through. Yeah, that's right. And we're just going to keep on going here. Yeah, you couldn't take me out with that flash cannon. We're going to finish you. What you got in the bag? What you got back there? And it is going to be a Meganium. So right now, I'm still heated. I'm angry. I'm like, no. We're going to win this. All right. I bet you're going to bait me. So we're going. And we got the first shield finally with the bait. That's nice. We're going to let this go through. So remember. So you give Mawile an inch. It will take him out. Don't forget that, folks. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Still holding on to our shield here. We are going to shield up the Toxicroak because we need that counter damage. Mawile is not healthy enough for a shield. It is going to be just the final tip here you're going to see. And here we go. And I'm raging. I'm like, oh, you Mawile, get him, take him out. Let's go. Oh. The dog just got all crazy. He started jumping on me. It was fun stuff. So that was a fun little time there. Anyways, let's calm down now. Calm down, Poke. Another good lead with the Mawile. Oh, it's been a good day. Also, not so good with the horrible matchups. Well, not the matchups, but more so the lag. So they're going for a sky attack. And, oh, here we go again. Speak of it. Another one. Perfect. I left this in here so you can see they're getting to another sky attack while we didn't gain any energy. This is the server. Using a shield, nothing happens. Their attack doesn't go through. Use a shield, the attack goes through. What in the heck is going on here? So I back out. I'm like, whatever. It's even more annoying when you get a good lead and the lag occurs and you lose it because of that. I wasn't going to stick around to see what was in the back. That was horrible. It was horrible. So anyways, next battle, they swapped. We're in here with our Sableye. We've got the Sableye team going. This is one of my favorite ones for the Remix Cup with the Shadow Mawile, Sableye, and Toxicroak. Very risky when you do have charm users lying around, especially a double charm. We've taken him out before with this team for sure. Go check those videos out, but it is going to be very difficult. But it's not so often that you're going to run into double charm. A single charm can also be trouble, but if you know how to play around it, you're going to be looking good. Anyways, back into this battle, taking out the defense for him. They're bringing in the Bastiodon here. Always puts a smile on my face when I see the Bastiodon, and you do have the Toxicroak in the back. Now, at this point, we're doing some decent damage, and we got some good farm left on the Bastiodon here, but they're going to instantly swap into that Sableye, in which we're going to go bring our Mawile right into the battle. And we will let this go through because it's not very effective. Those Shadow Claws are going to start adding up, though. And I'm just crossing my fingers that they let this go through. Of course they shield. I don't know what I'm thinking. They got a Bastiodon in the back, and I got a Toxicroak here. Of course they need this thing alive. I should have went Power Punch, but hey, it is what it is. We're going to let that go through. Not very effective. We need to save the shield just in case, because we can take out this Bastiodon in a second, and they know that as well. And we take that win. Looking good. Let's keep it going here, folks. And, oh, wow. Frostlass lead. Yeah, you love to see this one here. So all we got to really worry about is the Shadow Ball. It's going to do a lot of damage, may KO. We're going to shield just in case they go for Avalanche. Not very effective. They get the shield from us. Swap into Deoxys, in which we're going to go ahead and go right into our Sableye. So we're not in a really bad position here at all. So they're shielding it up. So we know that the Frostlass is going to be weak to Sableye as well. So I wonder what else they got in the back. Going for another foul play. Let's see. Do they want to double shield this? Yes, they do. Very interesting. And I think I actually matched them in the shield. Alright, so I should have farmed him down at this point, but I just go for the foul play. I guess, whatever. I think so we can just win swap. Okay, so they go into the Frostlass. I noticed it as I was using my charge move because the words finally came up. So I started hitting them because otherwise I was just like, whatever, the Deoxys doesn't have much. So they caught it with the Frostlass. They have the Registeel out here. No more shields on either end. That's fine. We're going to be able to counter down here. And we're getting to the Mud Bomb on the Deoxys and taking the win. Wow, nice. Of course, we had a good lead, so it was kind of smooth sailing throughout the other battles there. So anyways, on to the next one. We're met with the Bastiodon. This is a good lead for us. We're going to have to use a shield. If they want to use the shield themselves, that's fine. It is going to help them survive a little bit longer, but it's not necessarily going to help them win the outcome here. So let's see how this does work. And of course, if you do go up against a Shadow Mawile and you're using Bastiodon, do not shield up the first power-up punch, shield up the second one. But where your trouble really lies is with that Fire Fang. When it starts really adding up and you raise your attack, it starts really eating away at Bastiodon. So we've used one shield. They're bringing in a Mandibuzz here, building up to Iron Head and going for another power-up punch, getting a shield out of them. They don't want to get hit by a powered-up Iron Head. That's going to be doing a ton of damage. And what we're going to do is go ahead and shield up this Mawile again. Because it is so vamped up, I just want to tear into this thing while we still can. Because Sableye and Toxicroak, we can get off a return. That's going to take a while. Toxicroak, Sludge Bomb also takes a while. And, well, it's not going to be appreciating the Aerial Ace. So what we're going to do is bring in the Sableye, knowing that we're not going to get fainted by, I don't know, foul plays or Aerial Ace. Build up to return. They're swapping into a Wigglytuff. All shields are down. We go into Toxicroak, and we're going to be able to get to the Sludge Bomb. Now, the beautiful thing about the Mandibuzz up against Toxicroak is the quick move's not doing anything. They're going to be forced to throw. Therefore, their energy is depleted to some degree. We're going to be able to go into this battle, throw our energy with the Sableye, and take the win. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll be catching you all in my next video. Take care, trainers.